Hey, welcome back. I know it seems like you were just watching a video with me, and literally I just hit stop recording and record. But let's do it. Ridley, Omega Metroid, SAX, last part to this tutorial. I am so happy that we are almost done, just so that way it's all out there for everybody to use. So now we are in a Turian-looking section of, which is actually Sector 1, but it'll be a Turian-looking section for this bit. So for this, we've got, you're just gonna space jump up here. You can, if you want to, while you're coming up, just kind of fire a missile and then pick up an E-tank here, just for safety. Completely up to you. It'll also freeze the rippers here, so you don't have to worry about them. Very interesting thing to note, as I'm going to let this guy get to the left here a little bit. If you want to freeze this guy, and if you run up to him and jump and hold to the left or the right, you'll just jump right through him. Frozen enemies kind of work very weirdly, funnily enough, to where you can just jump right through them. I don't know why, but that's just how it works. Alright, so in this next room, what we're going to do is we're going to run in, and we're going to run off the ledge, and just morph and roll through this acid. Just to be as quick as we can be. Now, when we unmorph, we'll want to charge this up, and fire a charge shot, because it'll clear out that path. So, that, essentially it'll look something like this. You'll want to come in, fire, and then charge through the door, fire directly upwards as you come through, and you're going to want to lay a power bomb. As you're ascending here, you'll lay it like right here, and it'll clear out this path, so that way you can kind of come up. And you want to have a full charge beam when you come up through here, because you've got that pirate. He can sometimes troll you and be like standing right here. If that happens, just fire straight up and you'll kill him. If you kill him, like I just did, you'll be able to just continue on your way very, very quickly. So it'll look, you know, again, it'll just be like, bang, and that'll be that, and you just continue to run on through. I don't want to get away from describing how to get through these rooms, and I feel like I kind of am a little bit. But there really is, like, all of these rooms are super straightforward, and there's not really a whole lot of, like, extra stuff that you can do to, like, kind of have options. So, like, what I'm doing is, like, probably your best bet to learn, and, like, and they're not, it's not that hard of a strategy. So, like, especially just come in here, and as soon as you can, just press B and start jumping. Keep that trigger held, press down twice in midair, and it's just something like that. It's essentially, you're going to want to hold this, and then in midair, you're just going to lay a power bomb just like that. And then you're going to press up to unmorph, and then respin. So it'll be a little like this. You're going to be like this, like that, and then you're just going to want to, you know, kind of as quick as you can, lay it, unmorph, and then hold up into the left. The reason you're going to hold up left here is because you need to grab this ladder so you can climb it. So as soon as you grab this ladder, when you let go of A, you'll be already going to grab it, and you'll already be climbing upwards by holding left and up. This one you can just do a double jump, and you're there. So I've already quick saved. When you run into this next room, you're just going to start firing at the ground like this. And just lay a power bomb. So, little something interesting about these yellow pirates is, you can kind of see, like, oh man, nothing hurts them. And then you kind of have to wait for them to kind of jump over you to do that. So this is just one way to go about it. If you get really close, they'll jump over you. And then boom, you're done. However, that's not the fastest way. So for the game to know that it's supposed to deal damage, what happens is the game does one check, and that singular check is the check to make sure that you're standing and facing the same direction as the yellow pirate. If you're both facing the same direction, it'll deal damage. So, like you just saw me do there, give me 1 second to, whoops. Take a nice drink here. Parched. What you see me do here is I'm able to fire a shot off like this, and then just turn around really quickly. By doing this, it tricks the game into thinking that I'm behind the yellow or the yellow pirate, when in actuality I'm standing in front of him. But because I'm turned the other way, and it's a very quick like release and then press to the right as you right after you fire. Something like this. Oops, not like that, but or that. Just something real quick, and then you're able to kill the golden space pirates really quickly. It's a really minor trick, a very small piece of like, oh wow, interesting. But there it is. So we're gonna come down here, and I'll save here. Actually, no, I won't. Maybe I will, actually. So I'm gonna hold angle up left and charge a missile. As soon as I come through the door, I'm gonna fire immediately and just start jumping to jump over everyone. And I'm gonna space jump my way directly to the eye door. Nice. Good pattern. I'll demonstrate that one more time. I'm gonna come in, I'm gonna fall down here, I'm gonna shoot the door, and I'm just gonna start charging. I'm gonna stop running, and I'm gonna fire. As soon as I fire, I'm just gonna start space jumping in between all of the rippers. And it's like semi-specific timing to when you're gonna want to jump, but it's really consistent. It's probably the most consistent way to get through here without getting hit. Just like that. That's going to be something you're going to want to practice. If you get hit, it's no big deal. Just start space jumping again, and then you'll continue onwards. So now I'm going to actually quick save because this is Ridley. Ridley's a bit of a joke. Because we have wave and plasma, and they deal damage per frame, your strongest weapon is going to be your charge beam. A charge shot with 3 different particles dealing, I believe, 9 each per frame. So you're dealing 27 damage per frame for each frame that all 3 shots are inside. Now, because you have the wave beam, you know, if you're a little too high, they could be coming. They actually are traveling like this. You know, the outside ones are kind of traveling. You know, they're oscillating. They're coming in and out. Because if you fire this, you can kind of see like the oscillation patterns as they happen. They're not completely symmetrical, and they're just kind of like, it's essentially as if it's going like, it's like spinning, corkscrewing around. So you might not be, and you can kind of see like as I hit this guy, I'm hitting him in all different parts. You can kind of see the pattern. You can kind of see like the sine or the cosine wave, just like forming right along them with the hits along the ripper. So if it comes out, you're dealing a little less damage than if it's all in there. But keeping it all in there is really, really difficult. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to try to fire diagonal shots through him. The most damage you can deal is if he turns around and starts flying away as you shoot a diagonal shot, because the beam he'll actually travel with the beam as it passes through him to deal even more damage. And what we're going to do is, after you fire that, you can fire a quick missile to deal a little bit of extra damage on top of it. This will all make sense when you see it. The one thing you want to keep in mind is the tail. The tail will block the shots. So we're going to come in here and we're going to go to a specific point to start the fight. And I'm going to start charging and angling down. And as soon as he becomes available, I'm just going to start firing downwards. Get 3 quick charge shots in. Another 4th one there. He's hitting me a little bit. This is fine. That one, he's able to do it. You just want to stand here, really. Just keep firing directly up through him. That one, he blocked the shot. Let's go rather quickly. And he's dead. Real easy. Now, I will say doubles on the Screw Attack 4X are legit the worst. I think that was one. That was definitely one. Let me see, did I get 2? I did not. I didn't even fire a second missile then. Darn. But you can kind of see. Now, this is a fight you're going to want to practice. I mean, you don't really have to, because it's really, it's pretty easy, all things considered. But, you know, you get 3 really free shots in at the very beginning, or 4 rather, because he stops at the top of his flight as he ascends. And he stops there. Oh, I beefed it. Uh-oh. Ooh. This fight is dangerous, even with 40 tanks. I hate this guy. That sucks. He is a massive run killer. He has the potential to be a massive run killer. He also is very loud. So something like that, where he travels with the beam, you can kind of say, oh, dang, I messed up. So he's gonna, when he turns around again. Oh, he's kind of out of his pattern now, darn. He's real easy to kill with the charge beam. Ooh, that was a downward double. That was sexy. That was very good. Holy crap, that's really hard to do. And then I whiffed. And then I got 2 doubles. Alright, that's fine. Again, this fight is very straightforward. You just want to get used to charging a beam, firing, and then firing a missile quickly. Like, that's literally all you're gonna do. Oh, and laying a bomb right in his eye so we blind him. Also a requirement. It's the 4th shot, he's already changed colors a bit. So like that's the most damage you can deal is when he's flying to the left and you're with your shot. Like that. Ooh, those sexy doubles. Let me get another one for old time. Oh, I got 3 of them! The triple double, even though the first one wasn't. The plays, dude. The plays. Alright. Let's calm down a bit here. Alright, so again, like this fight, there's not a whole lot to show that's different each time I do the fight. Wish to show that, like, I guess, like, he's not going to be as bad as it was the first time, or the second time, I guess. He picks you up, just hit him with a charge beam. Ow. Well. This is awful. And he's dead. So, and he's dead. There we go. That was a nice double. I think that's just barely not. Now there is a strategy that you can employ if you are going for low percent. And this is like the ultimate cheese strat against Ridley. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna come in. I'm gonna do my little bomb lay, and I'm gonna keep angling down. I'm just gonna keep firing shots down, directly diagonal downwards. I'm gonna hold left trigger, and I'm gonna do R shots while space jumping in this corner. If you're uncomfortable with fighting Ridley, hey, guess what? There's some cheese you can do. Be careful because his tail is still active even after he's dead. Oh, well. I missed both of those. The tail will deal damage, so if you're near death and you think you've killed him and he's screaming for the final time as he dies, he's still alive. His tail is still a hitbox that can deal damage. So that's the one safe way that you can fight this boss. Like the only safe way that you can fight that boss. You have to be really good and consistent with space jumping. You have to be holding B the entire time to keep charging your beam. You have to R shot, and you have to be holding the left trigger. Because once you angle downwards, you can let go of the down input. So you can just hold left and right, essentially. So that way you can, because it'll be, since it's locked in even while you're space jumping, you can just R shot diagonal downwards and just go right through them. But now we've got Screw Attack. Screw Attack is... I mean, it's pretty OP. You can jump through literally everything at this point, including rippers, and it prevents you from taking damage. So, like, the pirates that'll shoot you with their beams, and we're going to come back out this way. Same way we came in. So we can just jump right through all these beams. We're gonna kill this guy and lay a bomb here because bombs go off faster. So as you're falling, fire a shot straight down because you'll open the door, and then we're gonna come this way. You do a small hop like I didn't do. Say you like fall, you like roll through here. Door's open, you roll through. You do a small hop and you fire. Say you come through here and you're able to do like a space jump or whatever through here, you can fire on the other side of the door and open the thing and just keep going. You open the shutter. Just gonna do so as you run in, it's just a real small, it's a very tiny jump, so that way you can get your screw attack to break the blocks, just like this. You're just gonna keep running through, and you're just gonna destroy everything in your path. This room is interesting. So what you're gonna do is the blocks that are in your way, you're gonna have to screw attack them. Running through the acid is way faster than screw attacking and space jumping. So you're just gonna want to run like directly through the acid the entire way. Because again, if you remember in the beginning, running is your fastest mode of transportation as it's rolling along the ground. Jumping, your horizontal velocity is cut in half. So by jumping through there the entire way with the screw attack, you're actually going through that at half speed. But it's faster to just run through and take the minimal damage from the acid, and then just screw attack the blocks as you get to them, just by doing a very short A input, rather, something like this. So again, and you don't even take that much damage from it, so it's real quick, really quick. So from here, if you do a jump through the, kind of want to do a short hop through this door. And by that, I mean you want to like jump as you're through the door already, so that we can start space jumping upwards. And you'll come up to this portion of Sector 1. On your first pass through, if you listen closely, you can hear the space pirates below shooting beams and jumping left and right. And if you pass through here casually, like, what the hell is going on in this room? It's literally you're gonna pass through here on your way out. So at this point, there are two ways to get out of Sector 1. You can either go to the right. Going to the right is slower, way slower. The only reason you would go right is if you're doing 100%. Going left is the faster direction. So we're just going to continue to the left, and we're just going to, you're not going to jump there, but you're going to continue to run. Back in this room, you're just going to run and do, just jump onto these platforms to get up. You can let yourself fall a bit, and then just space jump back up just to kind of land on the platform. Taking the ladder is going to be slow. It's going to, oh boy. Samus has her safety hat on, just to take the ladder. just doing that is a lot faster. And then you can just kind of run through here, shot down, to kill instantly. Then when we get to this room, this one's going to be important. So this room is actually pretty interesting here. I'm going to save here, just to kind of show it off. There are a couple ways you can come through this room. You can, screw attack straight up along one of the walls, or, alternate sides and just do something like this until you get to the top here. Or, if you come in, what you can do is you can take a shot and essentially stop your jump. So you saw me there, I was screw attacking or space jumping upwards. But right before I hit the platform, I take a shot, and that's just to unspin me, so that way I can land on the platforms themselves. That's probably your fastest method of getting through this room, is to do your your spin cancels and just jump again, because you'll get maximum height. Now, I was doing it very, very risky there. As you can see, I kind of just do the whole, like, when I land, I press shot and then jump again. But doing that can be a little risky because you might not land like that. So by doing that, you have to make sure that you land, so that way you can jump again. Now, to slow that down a bit, and you can kind of see I'm not taking any damage because screw attack is just, it just blocks all damage. Something like that. That'll probably be your fastest way to get through. The faster you can get through this room, the better. It's all about optimizing and climbing as quickly as you possibly can. So when you get into this room, you're just gonna run straight to the left. There's really nothing special here. You're just gonna come into this room and then you're just gonna screw attack upwards. Now with this room, you can either do this, where you jump through the door kind of late. By doing that, you're able to kind of jump up here, or you just kind of wait and then do that. But I believe this is a 4-frame window. There's no point in not going for it. Worst case is you bang your head on the ceiling, and you just have to jump again. But again, here, we just go to the navigation room. I'm going to skid onto the platform. You can store Spark, but it just makes it a little bit more difficult after the text section here. To kind of jump back on the button, because you really have to just get off the button and then get back on it to activate the next portion of text. And this is the resident sleeper section. It's going to take you a very long time to get through this usually. English, it takes 3 minutes, I believe. On Japanese, it takes like a minute and like 40 seconds or something dumb. But it's really quick. Where's the dots? There it is. There we go. And then a very small jump. And then we're on the second portion of this text. Alright, and now we're just going to make our way there. There's really nothing special to talk about on, like, movement, room movement, for a little bit. It's going to be very straightforward. Like, extremely so. Just getting there, and then there's going to be discussions for the fight, and in both fights. But essentially, at this point, we're pretty much done the game. So we're just going to continue on. So right here is going to be the only, like, deviation for anything different. When we get through this door, we're actually just going to continue to space jump with Speed Booster through this extra door here, like this. And then we're going to grab this ledge and then do 2 small hops. And you can't grab this ledge, you actually have to morph and jump through it like this. So we're going to roll through, A, morph, and then lay this. Lay a bomb or a power bomb. Either's fine, and we're just going to continue to run to the right. I'm going to do... So now with this one, now that we have high jump, we can do something like that. I believe that's how it has to be, because we can't make it up there, so we have to go 1, 2, 3, and make that rather quick. This one is just going to be, you don't even have to land, it's just an extra space jump. You would think that, like, jumping through that door is faster. I don't believe it is. I believe it's actually a bit slower unless you jump low, like this. Grabbing the ledge is going to end up being slower as well. We kind of want to just, you know, do 2 jumps. Or a jump and a space jump and then get to the elevator. And now we're back to where it all started. The main deck, right near the initial data room. And this is where I'm going to make my next to last safety save. So I'm just going to run in. I'm going to... So at this point I'm going to start charging. I'm going to freeze. And I'm just going to fire angle down shots. So again, like I talked about with Ridley, because it's in there for longer, we fire diagonal shots through the SAX. You can actually kill it in 4 shots. That's the SAX. This fight is a bit of a joke. The last 2 fights are actually just 100% joke. It's really, really sad how easy these fights are. And for doubles, I'm going for downward doubles here because, as you can see, Ice Beam deals a lot of damage. I must have gotten a double or 2. Let me see. 1, 2, 3. But I'll do that again. Of course, I'm not going to just do that once and then move on. I'm here to explain. Alright. So, the method I just showed off is your missile method. You're able to stun lock the SAX, essentially. When you freeze the SAX, it actually allows the beam to pass through the SAX completely. If you don't, the SAX takes knockback damage. It takes a little less, I'm pretty sure. So what I showed was the diagonal method, where you kind of, and I'll show it again. Kind of wait until it lands, and then you're just gonna kind of fire a missile right after your shots. This might be a little close, but I'm able to kind of back up here. Now, I fire a diagonal shot as he starts, and then I R-shot that, and then I immediately start charging to fire upwards again. And the reason I do that was a double. That was not a double. I'm 1 missile away. Oh, I'm not. I lied. Now I'm 1 missile away. And the reason that I fire a beam shot straight up when it jumps is because when it jumps and I fire the beam actually, like, it jumps with the beam, so it stays in the SAX's final form longer, and it just deals just death, essentially. It deals way too much damage, and it's just dunzo. It's gone. It's a complete drain on its health. So that's one way to fight, and like you kind of want to get used to. You can practice firing shots, and then followed by missiles, kind of like this. This is the other method. It's slightly slower than the diagonal shots because it doesn't stay in as long. But again, like, it's really quick. It's slightly slower, but it's a little bit easier. Especially if you're playing on like an emulator where you can't press, jump and do diagonal shots. for whatever reason, because of like weird key binding whatevers. But yeah, those are the two kind of, and like you can practice this at any point. Same way you would practice I-door doubles, just like find a wall or something and just practice, like get in the habit of, you know, you want to, so the way I do it is I press with R and then I fire a missile almost immediately. So when I press R, I let go of B and I just immediately like, it's like a very quick rock motion, like rocking motion. I don't know how I'm going to be able to show this effectively, so kind of just like, kind of like that, if that makes sense. It's definitely something you want to practice getting the timing for before you do the fight, because this fight can go very south very quickly, and the SAX deals a lot of damage. But you know, it's, you know, as soon as it lands, alright. And this is if you hit it as soon as it lands, that's where you're gonna run into problems. Your backup is gonna be, you know, something like this. And you can kind of do it here too, you know. You can do it anywhere you want to do it. Then you're just gonna run up to it. You're gonna R shot like now, and then fire upwards. And as you can see, it's just dead. It's really, really quick. Double missiles on this are really tough. That was one. You have to be at like the right elevation. I think that was another. That was nowhere close. That wasn't it. That's fine. Ooh, I missed one. Never mind. And then there, yeah. That's the fight, really. There's really not a whole lot to discuss with that one. I mean, other than the fact that, like, you saw there when it, like, landed, it was, like, over here, so that way, and the reason why it didn't work was because of its distance, and because it thaws out so quickly, when I hit it with the ice missile, and I need the time to charge up the beam and fire. The distance that it takes, it doesn't fully pass through the SAX by the time, you know, it dethaws or it defrosts. Dethaws. By the time it thaws out, it's, so when it takes damage, it actually deals knockback. And, because it's taking knockback damage, it's actually impervious to, getting frozen again. And because that's the case, it then is like, okay, and it just jumps the screw attack at you, so you kind of have to reposition and refigure out your fight at that point. But it's not that difficult. That fight is actually one of like the easier boss fights in this entire run, along with this fight coming up. So I'm gonna start the deactivation sequence. I'm gonna run to the left and then start running to the right, just so I can get a speed boost. I'll do a quick jump and just be on my way. Now, I'm technically not supposed to save during this sequence, but you know, whatever. And now it's just a mad dash to the ship. I'm gonna fire diagonally down to open the door, and then just be on my way through here. Hopefully I get the swag drop. I did not, so you can actually fall through them like this. And just by pressing left and right, it'll take you a little bit. As you can see, I'm not supposed to technically save. And here, I'll save a little bit before, so I'll just run this way. Oops. Alright, that's fine. It'll allow me to save, like, right in this spot right here. Hopefully reloading the save doesn't mess it up. Oh no, there's no ship! Hi, Omega Metroid. You can't deal damage to him, so you just kind of have to take your lumps. as it were. This fight is extremely easy. Extremely. You can stun lock this guy. And I'll show you the positioning. So you see where Samus's right frontmost foot is, or the SAX's frontmost foot is? You're gonna want to put Samus's frontmost foot directly over that hole in the ground. And I'll show you. So there's two different fast methods that you can do. So right here, and you're just gonna spam the beam. Ooh, hello, what the heck? Come on. We're gonna try that again. Give me the sexy music, though. So I kind of messed up that method because I'm not used to doing it. I haven't done that method in years. There's a little bit of a faster method, but I'll go for the diagonal again before I show you the bit of the faster one. Now again, because it's, you know, diagonal, it deals damage per frame, and it deals more damage going diagonal. Well, it deals a lot of damage going diagonal, so like right about here. What the fuck? Kind of like that. So you can see where I'm standing where my foot is, like right over here. To be able to set that up quickly is like, it'll just keep staggering because you're dealing just so much damage. Alright, I tried to do something neat, but something you don't really see too often anymore. Let's see if I can get it. It's very, very precise to get the Shine Spark as well. I didn't get it. Alright, whatever. See if I can get the diagonal again. I will say the shading on the Omega, like legs and everything, is just really, really well done. A really good design. It's a shame that it's like underused. So let's see if I can get this diagonal fast strat again. What the actual hell, dude? Now I'll try the fast strat. Damn, dude. Alright, so now I'm just gonna stand like right about here and just fire upwards. So instead of the front leg being lined up, the back leg is lined up now. And deals an insane amount of damage. So let me just do this one last time. This is the last time. I'm gonna get to reload the save. This will be the last time that, we're at the end, everybody. So I'll try to get this one last time. I'll even do a dirty pause buffer. Just to get it. Yay! Yay! He's so happy! He's so happy! He's happy that we're finished! Oh god! That's Pogo, everybody. Alright, last time. Play with the ball. Good job. Alright, I'm gonna try to do the diagonal again. I don't know why. Maybe I'm just an idiot. Not? I don't know why it's giving me so much trouble. The up strat is far superior. So with the up strat, if you're gonna do the upward strat that I showed off here, I mistimed that. Oops. Important to note that before you begin shooting, the Omega Metroid has to have finished its screech. So it'll screech one last time right here. So you can't begin firing until after he's already finished that screen. If so, he'll just swipe and end your day. So yeah, that's Metroid Fusion. Any percent. Thank you for watching the tutorial, if you have. Even if you've watched only some parts of it, like parts you might need help with, that's awesome too. This has been a lot of fun to make. I'm glad that I was able to, you know, get through this and finish it pretty quickly. I missed a few weeks in a row, but I think I made up for that. But yeah, I hope that, you know, this is a good resource to kind of look into, and I've had people ask me to make other tutorials based on stuff around this, like how to do double missiles for each core, as well as, you know, just some other things that you can do throughout this game. And you know, I'll probably make those. I might make a low percent tutorial at some point soon. That might help if somebody wants to get into running low percent and they don't know all the room strategies or the boss strategies, because there's a lot of things that are different in low percent than there are in any percent. I mean, that Ridley strategy is a low percent strategy, but yeah. All in all, I think this has been really great. But I hope to see everybody, you know, hope to see your times soon being submitted to the leaderboard over at speedrun.com, in the community itself in Discord, just to kind of, you know, get your feet wet, say hello to everybody. In every video, there is a link to the Discord. So you can join, completely up to you. It's no big deal if you don't feel comfortable. But there's a lot of really good, good runners, really good people in there. And, you know, they're always willing to help out anybody new that shows up, anybody that has questions. We're there to pretty much help as much as possible. I'm probably going to make a tutorial for Oil Spill, which is a Metroid Fusion ROM hack, which I've routed completely. I've created the route myself for pretty much every category at this point, and it's been refined down. It's a much shorter experience. So if you're looking, like, you're kind of watching this, like, I want to run this game, but I don't know if I have an hour and a half to commit. Those runs are a lot shorter. They're a little bit more difficult, but, like, you know, the speed booster route is like a 15-minute run. The screw attack route is like 30. So it's a lot shorter, and it'll allow you to kind of like bang out runs quickly, get more familiar with the physics, except for wall jumping. But yeah, it's a really good tool. I mean, I don't know if it's a tool, a good tool to use to like learn, but it is a very decent, game ROM hack to run. But yeah. So again, with the credits ending, our final time about to be on screen. Take this time one last time to say thank you to anybody and everybody who watched this. Welcome to the community. If you're new, or if you've been in the community and you're just looking for further explanation on some stuff. Hey, there you go. 426. Heck yeah. Collecting items. 11% somehow, even though we collected so many items. Alright. This is gonna be the cheesiest thing I probably said the entire time, but I'll see you in the next mission.